What's going on, Falcon fans? Happy New Year. And let's get right into it and talk about the Falcons' future. As you know, it was a rough year for us. We started out 0-5, so from the jump, playoffs was just out the window. We fired our head coach who brought us to a Super Bowl, and nothing but misery ever since the second half of that Super Bowl. We also fired our GM after a 12-year stint, so I think you catch the idea of what's going on. The Falcons are starting fresh. New GM, new head coach, and 3 brand new coordinators on all sides of the ball. Offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, even the special teams. And maybe a new QB? Now, before I get too deep into that, I will say interim head coach Raheem Morris did a good job coming in and leading us to a 4-7 record, but obviously that's not good enough, and there are still some of your classic Falcon mishaps in some of those games that translated to losses.
So it comes down to this. The Lions need to stop if they want to have a chance to get the ball back.
Lions have used their last timeout.
Falcons can now run out the clock and send out their field goal kicker to attempt to win this thing.
All you need is a field goal to win, and you're at the 10-yard line.
Hey, don't score.
Yeah, I would
Don't score. Don't score. Get the first, get down.
I'm sure all Falcon fans know how that game finished for us. But all in all, Raheem Morris got thrown in the middle of a dumpster fire and he was able to do some positives, which was impressive nonetheless. Raheem has also been with the Falcons since 2015, so he has really been through it all with us and definitely has some deep connections in Atlanta. And I won't lie, it's kind of sad seeing him go. But that's just the business of it. It looks like the Falcons are starting fresh from head to toe. As you've seen, we brought in new coach Arthur Brown. Before we get way too ahead of ourselves, let's talk about our quarterback situation. So everybody knows Matt Ryan has been our franchise quarterback. He won us the NFC Championship. He brought us to a Super Bowl. He put us in a position to win the Super Bowl. He won an MVP in that same year. But let's talk about this year. Well, Matt Ryan was nothing short of elite, finishing top 5 in passing. He had 4,500 yards with 26 touchdowns. Now, me personally, I still believe Matt Ryan is an elite QB, and I do believe we can win with him. However, I also believe that our time with Matt is done. He's given everything to this organization. He had a very good career here. I just think it's time for a new generation in Atlanta, especially some of the new young talent that is available. You guys know what I'm talking about. Everybody heard about the reports of Deshaun Watson not being happy in Houston. The team not even interviewing the coach he requested, and Eric Bieniemy trading away his number target D-Hop. Hopkins wasn't only Watson's number 1 receiver, he was also his very close friend. That all led to D-Watt demanding a trade, as he should. Has been nothing but trouble between Deshaun Watson and the Texans front office, and I believe we have the best package in the league to trade for Deshaun Watson. I mean, we have the number 4 overall pick in the draft, and we have an elite QB potentially on the trade market. I mean, I just don't know where you're finding a better offer than that around the league. I heard some of the other packages around the league, and none of them sound as nice as ours. I mean, we're able to give you an elite QB and the number 4 overall pick. I mean, the Jets, they have the number 1 overall pick, of course. Obviously, when you're drafting, you never know what's going to happen. So I think that if Houston was to offer them a trade, Deshaun Watson for the number 1, I would think that they would say yes. But I don't know. I don't know what the Jets are thinking. Maybe they're super high on Trevor Lawrence, but I do know that Deshaun Watson is a proven top 5 talent at the quarterback position in the NFL. So, I don't know. I think it would be hard to say no to that trade if you're the Jets. However, Miami, they have 2 first-round picks and Tua. I mean, we just still don't know what Tua is. And 2 first-round picks, yeah, that's very good. And one of them is number 3 pick. You could definitely build something. I mean, not bad offers. I mean, to give up Deshaun Watson, you're going to have to give a lot. And we have the number 4 overall pick and an elite talent already at the quarterback position. I mean, it's already proven. So you have an elite talent. He also led the league in passing yards, top 5. And then you have a number 4 overall pick. You can do whatever with. I don't think that anything gets better than that. And to be honest, I think Atlanta needs to push it for this matter a little bit harder. I mean, when do quarterbacks like Deshaun Watson become available through trade? I mean, this is just, it's rare. He's a generational talent. He's an Atlanta native. He went to high school out here. He was actually an Atlanta Falcons ball boy when he was 14. And I think D-Watt could be the person to turn this franchise around and bring us back to the Super Bowl. I mean, it's no doubt he is a top 5 QB in the league, and he's also a dynamic dual threat. And I think if the Falcons are able to land D-Watt, it makes us incredibly dangerous. I mean, we were a very good team who always found ways to lose the game, but we showed we could compete with anybody week in and week out. Not to mention, Deshaun Watson also has a remarkable clutch gene to him, so I think with Watson, a lot of our closing problems would also be solved. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody's taking Deshaun Watson over Matt Ryan at this point in their career. And he's just a tremendous talent, and players like this usually don't become available, especially at the quarterback position, and I just feel like we're in a good position to make a push for him, so I really think that the Falcons should do that. Now, what the Falcons choose to do at the quarterback position all comes down to the new regiment that comes in and decides what they want to do with Matt Ryan. Whenever a new coach and a new GM come in, it's usually a sign for a fresh slate, so I expect the Falcons to make some type of move. Now, I already know what the comments are saying. We don't need a QB. Some name I've been seeing people throwing around is Michael Parsons is who we should take with the 4th overall pick. I say take the best talent available. Don't matter the position, because with the 4th overall pick and for our team's needs, there is not a prospect that should be taken that high. Example, as in a pass rusher or coverage corner. The best prospects in this year's draft are the 2 QBs, Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, the Heisman winner Devontae Smith, and Jamar Chase, who chose this out this college season. Obviously, there's other great prospects, but those 4 people specifically stand out well from the rest by a pretty good margin, I would say. And obviously, when talking about the 2 quarterbacks, I'm talking about Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields. Now, I know Mac Jones and Trey Lance have some buzz around their name, but I do not think they're top 5 picks worthy. I mean, we do have the number 4 pick, and we have to use it wisely. I mean, whoever we're taking better be a top 5 talent. I mean, we can't just be using that number 4 pick for anything, you know? So, we have a valuable pick. We got to make the use of it if we don't trade it. My dream scenario in the draft is Justin Fields falling to us at 4. Jay Fields is a flat-out stud. He's very good from the pocket. He doesn't turn the ball over too often. He really knows how to manage a game, which is a credit to his high football IQ. And he is a natural leader. In college, he has been nothing but a winner. Not to mention his athleticism. He's extremely mobile and has tree trunk legs, making it very hard for defenders to bring him down. I mean, I think Jay Fields is a generational talent who should not be passed on if available. Even if we draft Justin, I don't feel like there is such a rush to play him. I mean, could you imagine Justin Fields sitting behind Matt Ryan for a year or 2? I think that's the best case scenario for the Atlanta Falcons organization. I mean, it'll just make him that much better throwing behind such a great, and just Matt Ryan molding him into the organization, the culture, all that. I think it'd just be a very good fit. Now, like I said, Matt Ryan's one of my favorite quarterbacks of all time. Definitely one of my favorite Falcons of all time. But I do feel like our time here is running out. You saw what we did. We did a complete rehaul, whatever you want to call it, of the front office, new GM, coach, and all 3 coordinators. I think that is sign of a fresh slate coming, and think that there will be a big move coming to Atlanta. And honestly, I don't think Matt Ryan will be with us in the future, but if he isn't, I wish him the best, and if he is, I hope he gets us that Super Bowl that we all deserve. That's pretty much for the video. I'm going to wrap it up there. I'm going to follow up with this with a Atlanta Falcons season recap. Be look out for that. This is just talking about the quarterbacks and what I feel is like about to happen moving forward with the Falcon and their quarterback situation. However, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and that's all. Thank you, folks.